Hey guys. See if anyone's gonna join. I have some Bring Back My Bar tips, as that's going to be here before we know it. On Monday, actually. Hey, Lucia. I'm saying your name right. I'm finally at the point, I hope I said it right. I'm finally at the point where I feel like I can say it without like having to think about it. Yes. Hey guys. Okay, so we are talking about Bring Back My Bar. That's what Bbmb stands for. So if you're new with us, now you know. And twice a year, actually, Scentsy releases certain fragrances that have been discontinued that we can vote, you can vote, and your customers can vote to bring back, okay? I'm going to slide the comments over and then I'll go back and look at them, okay? So this year we already did the voting, and all of these scents that are coming back, there's 20 of them, have already been decided. You can find those fragrances on your workstation in your news tab, okay? There's a Bring Back My Bar news tab article. You can either search it or you can go back a couple pages until you find it, okay? So this year is a little bit different than past years. So if you've never been with us with a past Bring Back My Bar, then that's fine. You don't have anything to compare it to. So this is what I wanted to tell you guys, okay? I have 10 tips for you guys to promote this, to talk about it, and all of that. So it is going to release on the 23rd, and it's going to run through December 31st, okay? There are a total of 20 bars of wax that are returning fragrances, okay? So actually at 9 o'clock, I have a scheduled post for our team page that has all of the returning scents. And I also went through and I circled my personal favorites from those, so you guys can get a hint of, like, you know, maybe if we have basically like the same fragrance, you might like those too, okay? So step one, or tip one, should I say, first thing I really want you guys to do is hype up your people. Hype them up, okay? Hype up the bars of wax. Talk about them. You don't have to wait until Monday to talk about these products, okay? I would say go ahead and start tomorrow, if not tonight. I would say tomorrow. And hype them up. Get your people excited, okay? You have to be excited in order for anyone else to be excited. If you're not excited about Bring Back My Bar, why would your customers be excited? Why would your teamies be excited for it, okay? Bring Back My Bar is huge, okay? That's why Scentsy does it twice a year. And that's why we've been doing it for years. So hype them up. Start tomorrow. Start today. Start now, okay? Don't wait until Monday when they release, okay? Tip number 2. We have the option to pull reports for these fragrances, okay? So you can go into your reporting history. You can look up if you're a new consultant, you're not gonna have this option, okay? But if you've been with us for a certain amount of time, probably like a year or so, you can go into your reporting section and see what customers have purchased that specific fragrances. If any of them are returning, you can see if your customers in the past have ordered those scents, okay? So, tip number 3, I want you guys to go ahead as soon as my post drops at 9. You can either make your own using Canva, make your own graphic with the different fragrances, or use the one that I'm posting to your phone and print it out, okay? Print it out on your computer, make them small, they only have to be like this big, and include them in every single mail out you send starting tomorrow through the rest of the month, through the rest of December, and also include them in any packages that you are doing for your customers, okay? So that was tip number 3. Tip number 4, on release day, which is Monday, you have the option, we as consultants have the option, and your customers have this option too, to purchase the entire bundle. I don't know the actual cost, but in the past, it's been around $120, okay? Might be a little bit less, but it's around there. I get that that is a large amount of money, but if you get the entire bundle, you're getting 1 bar of wax of all 20 fragrances, okay? You can make samples of those, you know, share them with your customers, whatever you want. Or if you don't have the money to drop $100 or roughly so, I totally get it. You can snag, I would say snag a 6-pack, okay? Snag a 6-pack of whichever ones you think are going to be really good based on the description and go from there, okay? You can even use your rewards in a party that you've racked up to get this 6-pack so you don't have to pay any out-of-pocket cost, okay? So once you get those on release day, once they drop, snag them up as fast as you can. That way they can be packaged and shipped to you in a timely manner, okay? Because then you have to make samples of them, right? So then tip number 5 is make samples and get them to your people as soon as possible, okay? You're more likely going to get someone to order if they actually smell something, okay? And if you can't get them this fragrance, it's okay. That's where we go into step 6, or tip 6, but make samples of them and get them under people's noses, okay? I will say I recently just sent out samples of, what was it? What did I send out samples? I sent out samples of something recently, and that person turned around and bought the full-size product of the sample I sent her, okay? Sorry, I have something in my throat. I need water. Okay, so tip number 6 is go live with a sniff session, okay? Go live with a sniff session. So, I don't know if you guys recently saw, but I went out live on Instagram and I also posted it to Facebook. And I've done this multiple times in the past, but I haven't done it in a long time. But I went live with my dad and I had him be my fragrance reviewer, my product tester, my product reviewer, and I literally just picked 5 recent products that just released, and I had him sniff them. You can do like the blindfold test. It's a lot of fun, and people get interested in that, okay? If someone else sees someone else review a product, if your customers or your viewers, your followers, your audience sees someone else review a product other than yourself, they're probably more likely going to purchase it because that person isn't a consultant, okay? Even if you have to get your dog involved, get your dog involved. I've done plenty of sniff sessions with my animals, okay? So, people want to see your reaction. People want to see the energy you bring to the table, and that's when they're going to purchase, okay? So, if you can't get them samples, definitely go live. Even if you can get them samples, I want you to go live, okay? Go live on a platform that you want to grow. So right now, I've gone live on Facebook a million times. Right now, Facebook is not my go-to platform, okay? My platform is Instagram, and I will say that I haven't gone live on Instagram a lot. So that's why I chose to go live yesterday with my dad, okay? And it was a huge, huge hit. So go live with a sniff sesh. Tip number 7, if you go on your news tab and find the article with the Bring Back My Bars, there is actually a cheat sheet, okay? So if you're a brand new consultant, or maybe you're not that new, but you don't know any of the fragrances on this list, perfectly fine. There is a cheat sheet that gives a current fragrance and relates it to one of the returning ones, okay? So you can see, like, there's one up there. Luna is similar to, I don't remember the name of it, but it's up there. So, like, Mystery Man is similar to My Dear Watson, I believe it said. But use that cheat sheet to your advantage, okay? So then go back to the reports that I talked about in tip number 2. Pull your reports for anyone who has ordered Mystery Man and loves it. Private message them and say, hey girl, I know how much you love Mystery Man. I just want to let you know we have a Bring Back My Bar fragrance coming. It's called My Dear Watson. It is very similar to Mystery Man. I think it's going to be right up your alley, okay? Let them know that it's coming, okay? So, also, share the cheat sheet on your social media. Screenshot it and share it on your stories, okay? That is something for your stories, not your grid, okay? Stories. All right, tip number 8. This is a very important one. Scentsy Club, okay? Scentsy Club. As you guys know, you have 30 days after a release to add that bar to your Scentsy Club to get it forever and ever, amen. Okay, that is called Always Get My Bar. That is a perk of Scentsy Club. So this is a really good way to get your customers signed up for Scentsy Club. So for example, one of the returning fragrances is My Dear Watson, Painted Leaves, Quiet Grove, there's another one that's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember it. But anyway, there's another one. Those are literally some of my favorite fragrances, and I have multiple customers that love those scents. So you can best bet that they are adding those to their Scentsy Club so they can get them forever and ever, amen. Okay? So, Always Get My Bar. Tell your customers about this, that this is an option, and show them. Once you tell them, hey, if you love this scent, tell them and show them how to sign up for Scentsy Club, what the perks are, why they should choose Scentsy Club, okay? Tell them, show them, okay? All right, tip number 9. Pick your faves from the 6-pack or the entire collection that you picked or that you bought, okay, whatever you did, and repeat yourself over and over and over again like a freaking broken record player. Repeat yourself, okay? Pick your favorites out of that collection and talk about it on your stories, on IGTV, on Facebook Live, on Instagram Live, okay? Take a picture of yourself with your favorite bar. Do a post saying, y'all do not want to miss out on this, okay? Repeat for the entire month that Bring Back My Bar is available, okay? Starts November 23rd, ends December 31st, okay? Repeat, okay? Talk about Scentsy Club, okay? I promise you, you guys have heard me say it. It takes someone roughly 7 times to hear something before they act on it, okay? Especially if they're not your customers, but then they see, hey, she's been talking about this a lot. Let me just give it a try, okay? For example, I had someone message me today who asked me about, I had 2 people actually message me today who have never purchased Scentsy from me, and they messaged me and they asked me, one of the girls asked me, what was the shipping turnaround right now for Scentsy? And she said, I'm just wondering because I've seen you talk about Scentsy a lot since I started following you, and it just makes me want to order some, so I'm going to order some from you. Another girl has already ordered Scentsy from clearly someone because she's familiar with Just Breathe and Luna, and that she wanted to order some, but she wanted to order it from me because she always sees me showing up about it, okay? So, people are watching all the freaking time, whether you think so or not, they're watching you, okay? So repeat yourself, okay? All right, and then tip number 10, this is the most important, okay? Continue the hype of these products, of these fragrances. That's where tip number 9 comes in. Pick your favorites and then continue the hype, okay? Continue talking about it. Continue showing up. If you stop talking about it, they stop wondering about it. If you stop, they stop, okay? Same thing with your team. If your team sees you stop showing up and you stopped talking about the products and you stopped doing product reviews, your team's gonna stop, okay? Your team's going to stop. Your customers are going to stop ordering because they're like, oh, she just fell off the face of the earth. I guess she's not a Scentsy consultant anymore. If anyone ever asks you, hey, are you still a Scentsy consultant? There is a serious problem on your end, okay? There's a serious problem that you are not showing up, and that's why they're asking. I can guarantee you no one's coming to me asking me if I'm still a Scentsy consultant. Unless they're not on social media, they ain't asking me that, okay? So, Bring Back My Bar is huge, and it can literally be the reason why you crush next month for December and crush the end of November, right? But it's really all about how you take advantage of this product release, okay? So, those are my tips. If you have to go back and rewatch this training, do it. The other thing that I really wanted to talk to you guys about is I'm going to admit, okay? I'm going to admit something, and it's very hard for me to admit this, but I want you guys to know, like, where I'm at right now. Yes, definitely tag your teamies, because this will definitely help them have a successful month, okay? I know that you guys have probably seen it. I have taken a step back from this team page, and I want you guys to know why, okay? I actually, for one, we've had so much growth that as one person, it's really hard to keep up. I'm just going to be honest. It's very hard. It's very overwhelming. I have multiple front lines. I have multiple new teamies, and then I have, you know, all of you guys that are downline, and I'm trying to have conversations with you. I'm trying to build relationships, but at the end of the day, I'm only one person. I'm one person. I have a life outside of Scentsy. Scentsy is not my life. It's a part of my life, but it's not my life. And so I was getting overwhelmed, and I'm just going to be completely honest. I was getting overwhelmed, and so when I get overwhelmed, I just, like, you know, kind of like back up into the shadows. And so I'm sure you guys have seen that. So while I backed up into the shadows, I kind of, like, you know, rethought about, like, everything that I had going on in my life and my business with you guys, with Team Page. And I think one of the main reasons why I kind of backed up was because I felt like I was giving to this Team Page, to this team. But nothing was in return. And I'm not expecting anything in return, but I am expecting people to show up and people to realize that, you know, I didn't become a consultant to, you know, give you guys all the graphics and to share all of my ideas with you and to give you every single little thing. I love sharing. Like, whatever I'm doing, I will share it with you guys, okay? But if you're always giving and you're never getting anything back, it definitely takes a toll on you. So I want you guys to know that, okay? I get that you guys, you know, you guys have lives other than Scentsy. A lot of you, this is, you know, a side hustle. Or this is maybe not even a side hustle. Maybe this is just a hobby for you. I totally get it. I've been there. I worked as a full-time registered nurse for the first 2 years of my business. That's what I did. And I did Scentsy. You know, I worked 12-hour shifts in my first year of Scentsy, and then I moved to working at a doctor's office where I worked the normal 8-hour shifts 5 days a week, sometimes Saturdays. And so I get it that it can be a lot, but please remember that the people that are showing up on this team page, they're showing up for you. They're not showing up for themselves. They're not showing up for themselves. Everything that they're sharing, they already have. They already know what they're doing. So when you see someone showing up on this page, have a courtesy and like the video and comment your takeaway and share something that you've been doing in your business. We all learn from each other. I don't care what title you are, how old you are, how young you are, how long you've been a consultant, your experience with Scentsy. I don't care if you've only tried our wax or if you've tried every single product that we have. We can all learn something from each other, okay? We can learn how to talk to people. We can learn how to say thank you. We can learn how to show gratitude to our customers. We can learn how to communicate with our teamies and to be leaders and to be friends. And, you know, we can learn so much from each other, okay? Every single one of us. So I really just want you guys to know that when someone is showing up and they're not getting anything in return, that's a hard pill to swallow. And I will say, this is just what's coming to my mind. Showing up in posting, you know, I'm doing this, this is how I'm working, these are the printouts I'm using, these are what my packages look like, this is the training I listened to today, this is the podcast I listened to today. Doing that and not getting anything in return, not even getting a thank you, I don't want you guys to say thank you. I just want you guys, I want to know that you guys are actually taking in this information. But don't forget, if you're taking something, you need to be giving something, okay? I want you guys to give more than you take, okay? And that's why I went through our team page today and I deleted like 30 people. And I might go back through tomorrow and delete more people who have not shown up on this page in over a year. Literally. Where I know that they come to the page and they're like, oh, this is a good idea, take it, but they never give anything in return to help anyone else on the team, okay? And I get we all have busy lives, but the problem is like, busy is just an excuse. It just means that whatever is causing you, whatever you're saying you're too busy for, you're just saying that it's not a priority. And if it's not a priority, just admit it. Just admit it. It's perfectly fine. No one's going to hate you for it. I promise. We're still going to love you for it. But it's just, it can be frustrating. And so I just wanted to, be upfront with you guys and tell you guys where I've been for probably the last month, honestly. So, but, I have done a huge reflection on my business with you guys on our team page, and I'm changing that. I'm changing the game. I want to still show up for you guys. I want to show up for the one person who wants to be on this training, who wants to know more. I will show up for the one person. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And I was actually going to tell you guys the biggest thing that I can kind of relate this to, or I guess the best thing I can relate this to, is like, if you show up on stage for the first time ever, right? And you present whatever you're presenting, whatever you're performing, whatever that is, and no one claps, how would that make you feel? I've actually been in that situation. I have, on a cruise ship. We sang Wannabe. Not a single person clapped. Not a single person. And the entire room was packed with people, okay? So I get that it can be embarrassing, and guess what? When that happens, that just like put that person deeper into their shell, and I can probably guarantee you they're never going to show up again. So just remember that. I love y'all, and I hope that this Bring Back My Bar training was beneficial. You guys are going to rock it, but remember, bring the hype, bring the hype, bring the hype, okay? If you're not excited about it, your customers aren't going to be excited about it, and your teamies aren't going to be excited about it, okay? So, I will see YouTube, okay? So, I see some directors up here. I'm going to upload it to YouTube, and you guys can share it, okay?